The man tore the dead skin off his companion's leg. Then he didn't hesitate to put it into his mouth. Another companion untied the shoelaces from his leather shoes. Then he put them in his mouth and started chewing. The companion next to them could only chew on cigarettes to fill his hunger. The reason they were in such a situation was because they were on a plane that unfortunately crashed into a mountaintop. The fuselage instantly shattered. Passengers in the back were thrown out directly. The front half of the fuselage rapidly fell into the snow. The compression from the seats caused countless passengers to die on the spot. After the fuselage stopped moving, the survivors hurriedly looked for their companions. Fortunately, dozens were still out of life-threatening danger. They went to the cockpit, but found the captain seriously injured. Jack tried to use the radio to call for help from the control tower, but he found the radio was already broken. Soon night fell, and the temperature suddenly dropped by 30 degrees. The survivors blocked the hole in the plane with luggage to keep warm, and they curled up inside the cramped cabin moaning in pain. They held each other close for warmth, hoping to survive the first cold night. Finally, the sunlight poured into the cabin. They carefully pushed open the luggage. Then they removed the seats and moved them outside to make space. They piled the dead bodies together, and then sorted out the food from the luggage. The food was distributed by the elders. Only in this way could they hold on until rescue arrived. Everyone prioritized helping those who needed it most. After several days of endurance, a plane engine roar suddenly came from the sky. The survivors were very happy. They thought they finally had hope to be rescued, but as the plane flew away, it never found them. Everyone fell into deep despair. They would be starved to death here sooner or later. Then a man came up with an idea. If they could find the tail of the plane that crashed elsewhere, they could take the battery to fix the radio. Then they would definitely get rescued. So 3 men immediately set out to find the tail where the battery was stored. But when they finally climbed halfway up the mountain, they found no trace of the tail wreckage. Time was running out. They had to hurry back to the fuselage. Otherwise, the sudden drop in temperature would freeze them to death. The group curled up again in the cramped cabin. After being hungry for days, they faced a huge test. If they did not eat soon, they would starve to death any moment. Then a survivor suddenly proposed a bold idea. That was to eat the dead companions. Although everyone was very reluctant, they had no choice but to compromise. So with the joint effort of a few, they finally had a successful meal.